is Ninon. Yes, I'm here with Tim Zimmerman, and I've had him on quite a few times. So he's what you call a reoccurring guest. And of course, he just walked in, and as I was saying before, I was doing an opening, that we often have guests just come in and walk in just to say hello and how are you. But I can never resist having an interview because you are very interesting. I call him the mind, hello, the mind, what we have up here, surgeon. You like sort of you're into this mind stuff, and I need to talk to you. So, and we've got this new book. It's called DIY Mind Surgery.
Right. So DIY stands for Do-It-Yourself Mind Surgery. As you know, we're controlled by our belief system, which controls our thoughts, which controls our
mind,
our speaking,
our body, our everything.
Right. So our thoughts. Zoroaster 4,000 years ago said, "Good thoughts, good words, good deeds." In other words, our thoughts.
Think good. That's what he's trying to say.
Our thoughts create our words, which create our deeds. But to me, that's really not totally true, because the question is, what controls our thoughts, or what creates the thoughts that we think? And it's really our belief system. So if I came up with what I call the 5 laws of manifestation, or 5 laws of creation, where...
What is 5 laws of creation? What are they?
The thoughts that we think create the words that we speak to ourselves and to other people. When mixed with belief or emotion, create our decisions, and then we take action or inaction.
Our destiny. Tim doesn't know that I came up with something new. And you were not this. I came up with what you have inside, what you verbally speak out here, is your destination down here. So I call it the triangle, and this is what you actually do.
Right. This is what I teach.
What we have in here doesn't come out right there, because we might have nasty thoughts here, and we might turn around and be really nice and sweet and everything else, but be careful, because that could be your destination.
Right. And the main thing that I talk about now, see, I've been in the positive mental attitude movements since 19. So.
Well, you're only 20 now, so it's only a year.
20 years. No, actually 40 years. So, and I've done more than most. I've gone to India and Egypt and studied advanced Raja Yoga and mind development and the ancient mystery schools, and I've been through 5 Tibetan empowerments, 2 with the Dalai Lama. So I've done more than most.
I'm jealous already. So what I'm going to ask you, after going to all those places before we get to this, what has this done for you personally, just for you as looking at life out there and looking at everyday people and how they act? I mean, do you know when people are kind of having a game, or they're lying, or they're doing, you know? Mm-hmm. That's dangerous, isn't it?
Well, the thing about it is that in the last 4 years, a protocol came through me that when we look at what all psychiatrists agree upon, which is that we were programmed by age 0 to 6. Remember, we talked about that?
Yes.
And in the womb even, and we can look at past lives potentially. But if we take that 0 to 6 age group that we were implanted, well, that belief system was implanted in us from our parents and those people around us. Those people got implanted from what age? 0 to 6.
Yeah.
Who implanted them? Their parents, 0 to 6. So our ancestry, all the way back to Adam and Eve, or Noah, or the Neanderthals, whatever you believe, that whole ancestry down to us has been programmed. So it's a 6-year-old program. Now, if you look at a computer program that's corrupted, no matter how much you add as far as bells and whistles, and that's what I say in the mind and the unconscious, subconscious, when I went through all of the positive mental attitude stuff, change your thoughts, change your life, control your thoughts, control your life. They don't tell you how to control your thoughts. I know how to do that. That's why I went to India and Egypt and all of that.
So you can control your thoughts?
Yes. I
wish I could do that sometimes.
Not only for myself, but I train other people to do that. But what I found is that in this belief system, our belief system creates our thoughts.
Yes.
So no matter how many bells and whistles and all the positive stuff we do in the vision boards and look at the laws of attraction,
or whatever.
Well, the laws of attraction, right? That's been a big thing over the years. We go to all these seminars and the Tony Robbins and Zig Ziglar and Bob Proctor and Jim Rohn
Yeah,
and
all
so on
of
and
them.
so
There's
forth.
many of them.
All of that is great, but it's not going to make a permanent change because our unconscious, subconscious was programmed
Over the years.
over in our development years, and then from 0 to 6 that was implanted, and then from 6 to 19, the psychiatrists say, is that we created self-judgment. This negative self-judgments are I'm not good enough, not smart enough, not beautiful or handsome enough, being unlovable, and then we act the opposite of that to try and overcome the inner negative feeling, and that's what creates personalities.
It's becoming awfully complicated, isn't it, as to who we are as human beings. But at the same time, from 1 to 6 years old, now I know that my family name and my family go back to the 1600s. So if I go all the way back there, I mean, I'm going back an awful long way.
Right.
And
Well,
I think
it goes farther than that.
yeah, probably, and the majority of us, probably all of us, go back that far.
Well, we go all the way back to Adam and Eve or
Yes,
Noah.
where Noah and Adam and Eve and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So when do we have to be more aware of our subconscious mind? Or
Well, that's
how do
what
we
creates our
develop?
reality.
Yes.
So for those people who are in a negative spiral, for those individuals that drink and drug, they had some type of negative drama or trauma from their childhood that they're trying to overcome. They're trying to overcome the feeling of not being good enough, and that's where fear, worry, anxiety, hopelessness, helplessness
Comes in.
And that's what this protocol does. This protocol came through spirit, through me, and what we do is we go into the unconscious, subconscious,
Yes.
into those negative beliefs and negative self-judgments, and we pull them out like weeds. So,
Get rid of them. They're gone.
and actually, people have looked at me and said, "What did you do? How long does this last?"
Well, it can last as long as you want it to last.
Actually, it lasts forever because
Yes.
it's gone.
Because it's gone.
the
But
weight
then
is
you can
pulled.
always bring more in, because if you're apt to bring them in or to keep them or not get rid of them, then you're apt to sort of, you get rid of them and get more. So don't forget, get rid of them, but don't take any more on.
Well, actually, what happens is that when we go to the root cause,
Yeah.
so that's why I say in manifesting our life, let's say people continue to manifest a negative aspect in their life. If we go to the root cause of it, the first time that happened, or the first time that they felt unlovable or not good enough or not smart enough, whatever, and we eliminate and neutralize it, everything collapses.
Let me ask you a question. Why do we always look, and we do this, we look at shootings, we look at death, we look at negative, we never go positive. Why do most of us gravitate to the negativity of life, of what has happened? I mean, over the whole news is a big shooting. They wouldn't say on the whole news, but they had this great big party and we celebrated this and this and this and we had a wonderful time and how great it was. That's not news. But if we shoot somebody, that's news.
Right.
Why do we gravitate, or even to ourselves, we gravitate to how bad we are and not how good we are?
Right. That goes back to our programming. It's just like Cain and Abel, right? Cain killed Abel, and that's been a perpetuation of our original sin, or part of that.
Where can they reach you?
I am here in Las Vegas. You can go to my website, sm3success.com, and I have some free training on there to actually start you on the road of being able to control your thoughts and then actually work on your belief system and overcome the negative dramas and traumas in your life.
Guess what? I'm going to sign up. Maybe I'll get a free lesson for the whole thing.
Right, and actually the beginning lessons are free. I have 2 lessons that start you on the track, and both of them are profound. Actually, everyone who goes through it, they do the first lesson, and then after a week they do the second lesson. Well, they call it is profound.
They start recognizing that they can start thinking and being somebody that they want to be, not just a dream out there or something. They can get rid of all that negativity. Like he said, it's like a weed. You pull it out, make sure you pull the root out.
Right, and then we plant the positive.
And then the positive planting in where that weed
I call
was.
it pulling and planting. So we pull the negative
So it's
and
called,
plant the
actually
positive.
it's called gardening.
Yes, gardening of your
We're
mind.
gardening of your mind.
Right.
Thank you so much,
Okay,
Tim,
thank
for
you.
coming on. It was always a pleasure to have you on. I always learn so much from you, and we can learn so much from him and have a beautiful, positive life out there. Vegas Live with Ninon. Keep tuned in.